It's 5:43, which means it's time for traffic and weather together with meteorologist Daniel McFarland. Daniel, looking at that radar behind you, what a way to start the New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, lots of rain so far, and towards the middle of town, Destiny, it looks like it's starting to lighten up just a bit. If you're down towards spots like Drexel Heights or 3 Points, that's really where you're looking at some of the lighter rain at the moment. But towards the far east side of town near the Rincon, some heavier rain for you over there. That blue spot right at the top of the mountain is going to be just some snow. It's going to be the same thing closer towards the top of Mount Lemmon as well. In fact, some pretty heavy snow up at the top. So when that sun comes up, we'll take a look up there and see how things are going. But really, if you follow Oracle all the way up towards Catalina, they're also looking at just a tad bit of rain. Same thing towards Oracle itself, where they're looking at some moderate rainfall. And then over near Cochise County, that's another area we've been tracking where they've had some heavy rain over the past couple days here. Just north of Benson, you can see right here near 3 Links Road. Just up towards your north, there's also plenty of rain happening. So all these areas I'm talking about are seeing the heavy rain now, and it's going to be expected throughout the rest of the day today. We're probably going to see some great rain totals, and I'll talk about those in just a second. But I do want to talk about the snow just a little bit, because if you're in Tucson, you might be wondering, are we going to be having any here? Well, the answer is no, but you might be able to see it if you look up at the Catalinas, because they're going to have plenty of snow today, which is why they have that winter storm warning in effect. We also have winter weather advisories, which is like a step below a winter storm warning for the mountains down there in Santa Cruz County and throughout most of Cochise County. All right, so currently this is what Summer Haven looks like. You still have some of that snow left over from yesterday. In fact, looks like they're starting to get just a tad bit more if you look at the parking lot. It was rain not too long ago, so if that is snow coming down, that's some great news for them. And again, it's going to be easier to see whenever that sun eventually does come on up. Now, closer towards Tucson, as far as any kind of real good snow chances, it's just not going to be there for the city itself. But zooming in towards that area, you're going to have plenty of these spots getting that snow on the mountains, so this is where you're going to be able to go and see it. Throughout Cochise County, as you saw before, those mountains right there, closer towards Mount Graham is going to be another spot where they can have some heavier snowfall just near Safford, maybe even as much as a foot. And then closer towards Mount Lemmon itself, this is where you could have close to 2 feet of snow if everything goes perfect, and you'll be able to see that closer towards the top of the mountain. But other than that, really not going to have snow for anyone else. It's going to be rain for a majority of the area. That's going to be lasting throughout the whole day today, but I think it's going to get a tad bit lighter than what we've seen over about the next 4 to 5 hours before some heavier rain eventually comes back around lunchtime. Now, at this point, things are going to change up just a little bit. Now with the rain chances, those are still going to be pretty strong out there, but we could see a couple weaker thunderstorms popping up at that time. I don't think we're expecting severe weather, but don't be surprised if you hear 1 or 2 rumbles of thunder in between about lunchtime and about 4, because then after that, you're just going to have rain returning throughout the evening. And yes, unfortunately for New Year's Eve itself, if you're going to be outside or wanted to be outside around 9, 10, 11, or even 12 o'clock, rain chances are still going to be there. It'll be light rain at that point in time, but we're still going to have those good rain chances at that point. Main takeaways I want you to have is that this rain is going to be ending tomorrow, mainly during the late morning, early afternoon. A few extra thunderstorms could be there mainly during this afternoon. And then there's also going to be a hard freeze watch in effect overnight Saturday into Sunday before we eventually do have those cold temperatures moving out. So here you go on that 7-day forecast. 34 a low overnight Saturday into Sunday. That'll be the coldest day out there when the rain ends. Afterwards, we're going to be sticking in the 60s. I'm looking at 67 on Monday, 69 on Tuesday, and then probably 70 by Thursday. So if you hate the cold weather, don't worry. Warmer temperatures will be on the way, Destiny.